Manga-Waido.
I'm your son's colleague. My name is Kohei Teramoto. Your son is in a bit of trouble.
One day, I suddenly received such a phone call at home. Is this a scam? I'm Doi Sakato. My son Kazuaki left home many years ago, and I haven't heard from him since. I've been working as a cook at a children's home ever since my husband died, and I often made Kazuaki feel lonely. I'm sorry, Kazuaki, I can't go to the visitation today.
What?
The cook has a sudden illness. I have to take over for him. I'm so sorry. I'll get Grandma to go to the visit.
Yeah, okay.
Kazuaki grew up to be a very active and healthy child, but as he got older, he became more and more aggressive, and when he was in high school, he started coming home late. And finally, in his senior year of high school, an incident occurred in which Kazuaki punched a classmate. What did you do to someone's kid?
I knew you'd believe that someone's kid over me!
What? The teacher later told me that the one who was at fault was the one who was hit, and that he had made fun of Kazuaki because he comes from a single mother. I regretted scolding him without asking him about the situation, but hindsight is 20/20. After that, Kazuaki left home and moved from one friend's house to another, and after graduating from high school, he went to go work with a place with a company dormitory and lost touch with me. After that, he moved out of the company dormitory and started living alone, and since I could not get his address or cell phone number, the only way I could find out how he was doing was through word of mouth. If my staying out of it is atonement for my sins, I will wait forever. Father, please protect Kazuaki. All I could do was wait in this house for Kazuaki to come home whenever he wanted.
Your son didn't want to rely on his mother, so I called on his behalf.
The man on the other end wouldn't even tell me his son's name. At least look up the name before you call.
The Yakuza said they would settle out of court for 500,000 yen, so he needs the money.
I understand the situation, but my son is an adult now, and I think he can handle it by himself.
What?
If he really needs money, you can tell him to come home and get it. Goodbye. The phone rang several times after that, but I ignored it for a while and never heard from them again. I'd forgotten all about those calls until one day.
My name is Kohei. I called you last week.
Oh! The guy from the phone call came all the way to my house. The thing you were talking about still hasn't been dealt with?
Yes. The Yakuza said they won't forgive him unless he gives them money.
This is a good opportunity. I can solve it all at once. Thinking so? Okay, well, come on in and tell me more. And I invited the man in.
I'm sorry to bother you.
But when the man stepped into the living room, he froze at the sight inside. It was no wonder, for the living room was full of strong men.
Is it a guest? Should we leave?
It's okay, Toga-san. This man here wants me to pay up.
What do you mean?
These large men are Sato, Takahashi, and their juniors. They were all kids from our orphanage. After they left the orphanage, they still come to visit me. This blonde man is Togo Amagi, who runs a handyman shop and a nearby shopping arcade. He used to be a Yakuza, but he got out of the business a long time ago, and now he's like a neighborhood police. Today, I had asked Togo-san to remove some furniture from the house, and Sato and his friends came to help me.
So, pay up? What do you think you're talking about? Well, let's hear what he has to say first. As I told you on the phone, Kazuaki is having a hard time. He's being threatened by men every day.
Oh, you knew my son's name. You never told me, so I thought you were trying to scam me.
What? Oh, I'm so sorry. I work for the same company as Kazuaki.
The business card he gave me had the name of a company my son works for.
Kazuaki-san got close to a certain woman at a blind date party, and when the Yakuza found out about it, they demanded 500,000 yen as a consolation prize. The Yakuza are waiting for him in front of his house every day.
So it's true.
But that's obviously not right. That's definitely a badger game. But they actually said they'd drown Kazuaki at the bottom of the ocean if he doesn't bring the money today.
The ocean?
What a pathetic threat. I got it. Just for the sake of it, I'll talk to them.
But...
I finished work early today because of these guys. I got extra time. We'll go too. You can wait here, Auntie.
But if anything happens to you guys...
Don't worry. I'm used to it.
After all, I'm supposed to wait at home for them to come back, because I'll only be a burden. 3 hours later.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, guys! Thank God you're all right.
Yep. Togo-san shut them up. Those Yakuza guys are no big deal.
And what about Kazuaki?
He's fine, and he thanked me several times. But, he didn't want to come here.
I could easily imagine why Kazuaki didn't want to come. It's okay. As long as Kazuaki is okay. Thank you all so much. Thanks to you, Kohai.
No, I didn't do much.
Alright, I cooked to thank you all. Come on up.
Oh, it smells good! Maybe it's Auntie's special.
Yes, it's curry. You're welcome to eat too, Togo-san.
Thanks. I'll take it.
Come on up, Kohai.
No, I can't.
What's wrong?
I feel sorry.
Sorry?
I've had a feeling. But weren't you thinking of some kind of trick to play on Satoko-san? What? No, I mean, I'm sorry. Actually, I was!
Apparently Kohai thought it was enough to just have me pay the money to the women involved in the Badger game, and he looked down on me as a cold-hearted mother for not only refusing to pay the money immediately, but also for not even trying to negotiate with them.
I thought you can't even pay for your son's sake. I'm so sorry. Don't you know you're not supposed to pay money you don't have to? That's right. Everything those Yakuza guys said is just an accusation. Yes, that's what I thought when I saw everyone talking to those guys. That's why I'm embarrassed that I came here to ask for money. I'm really sorry.
Oh, Kohai, you're such a good boy.
What?
There's no need to apologize. You were worried about Kazuaki. I was happy. So come up and let's eat.
Then, excuse me. It's delicious! Auntie's curry is the best in the world! I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm really sorry I doubted you the first time. After that, I asked Kohai to let me know how Kazuaki was doing, and he started coming to my house about once every 2 weeks.
This is a picture from the last time we went bowling.
Oh my, Kazuhiko hit the garter.
That's right. Kazu's really bad at bowling.
He's always been like that. He's not good at ball games for some reason.
Really? Oh, Auntie, this is so good!
Yeah? Do you want to take some home?
Are you sure? Yeah!
You're pleased with that, huh?
I don't remember my parents cooking for me. I've never had homemade cake.
I see. Kohai was abandoned by his parents, and he was shuffled around from one relative to the next ever since he can remember. He told me that his parents passed away when he was in middle school, but he didn't have any feelings for them since he didn't even know their faces.
That's why I don't know what my mother's cooking tastes like, and everything you make is so good. I'm so happy.
Thanks. You can come eat anytime.
Yes!
After repeating such days, I suddenly realized I'm doing to Kohai what I wanted to do with Kazuaki. Kazuaki in Kohai's story is no longer the young, mischievous Kazuaki I know. He's a grown man, working hard as a foreman at a factory. I wish I could meet him just once. Kazuhiko, I want to see you and let me apologize.
Auntie, aren't you feeling kind of down today?
Oh, no, I was just thinking.
But that kind of face somehow resembles Kazu's.
Huh?
Kazu sometimes makes that face when he's thinking.
Really?
Maybe he's thinking about you.
What?
He told me once when he was drunk. He did something shameful by being jealous of someone else's child, even though he knew that you were working hard to raise him. He couldn't simply say thank you. Kazu said he always regretted it.
Kazuaki said that?
Do you know how I knew about this house?
No.
I happened to pass by here with Kazu a long time ago. At that time, he said, "This is where my mother lives. It's my parents' house." He looked so nostalgic.
I see.
But he said he could never go home. He doesn't know how to face you after the way you two parted. He said he can't go home until he can be a good man and make his mother comfortable. And now that he's caused you trouble again, he's even more reluctant to go home.
Oh, Kazuaki. I couldn't suppress the feeling that welled up inside me. While gently offering me a tissue, Kohai made an unexpected proposal.
I've been thinking about it for a while.
What? 2 weeks later, I was at the anniversary party of the company that Kohai and Kazuaki work for. Kohai had asked permission from the person in charge to invite me here for this occasion.
I'm sure if Kazu eats your cooking, he'll become more honest. I'll give it to Kazu-chan. Please, watch closely.
Oh, Kohai, wait. Kazuaki! Kazuaki popped the sweet potato that Kohai handed over into his mouth. Immediately, Kazuaki looked surprised. Then, Kohai pointed this way and pulled Kazuaki's arm and brought him to me.
Auntie! Kazu recognized you in a second! Amazing, isn't it? No matter how many years you've been apart, you can still recognize your mother's cooking. You should stop being so stubborn and get along. You know what they say, your parents aren't there when you want to show filial piety.
Kohai.
Before you become a loner like me? Come on! It's been a while.
Kazuaki.
You look good.
Yes, Kazuaki, you look good too. You've grown up.
Oh, come on. I mean, this isn't the right place.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry for barging in on you like this.
No, it's, I'm sorry for the trouble I caused you again. I'll visit home soon.
What? I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah. Then I'll call you again.
Kazuaki gave me a little smile at the end.
I'm sorry. Kazu scolded me, saying, "You tricked me!" As expected, it must have been too sudden. It seems like he still hasn't sorted out his feelings.
I see.
But I'm glad. I'll keep an eye on Kazu so that he contacts you properly.
Thank you so much, Kohai, for giving me this opportunity.
What are you talking about? I'm thanking you for giving me delicious meals.
Kazuhiko called me promptly that night, and finally Kazuaki came home that weekend. Kazuaki, welcome home.
Mom, I'm sorry I haven't called you in a long time. The other day, too. Sorry, I know I worried you.
It's okay. I'm sorry too. I'm really sorry I neglected you when you were so young.
Don't do that. It's my fault for being so stubborn.
Kazuhiko, I'm glad you came back earlier. I have to thank Kohai. Oh, by the way, where is Kohai? He didn't come? He is not feeling well?
It's not that. He's just saying he can't interrupt our family reunion.
What? Kohai didn't come even though Kazuaki invited him several times.
He insisted on never coming here again.
So, you came alone?
I mean, he's been ignoring my texts and calls. I got so pissed off, it turned into a fight. And I haven't spoken to him since the day before yesterday.
It's like a quarrel between brothers. Kohai is a very good boy who worked very hard to help you in your time of need.
Of course I know that, but...
He said you were like a big brother to him, and he's a really nice boy who worries about me too, you know?
I know that!
So, pick him up. You're older than him. You're his big brother.
Mom... Just so you know, I'm not at the age to be called a big brother.
That's an even bigger reason to.
Right. I'm his brother after all. I'm off.
Be home for dinner. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Okay, be safe. The doorbell rang a few hours later. You guys didn't get into a fight, did you?
'Cause this guy's got a bone to pick.
Kohai, I'm glad you're here. Come on up.
But if I interrupt a family dinner...
Interrupt? Kohai needs to be here too.
What?
You two live together like brothers, right? Then, aren't we family now?
Auntie...
Kazuaki, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. He's my brother. Kazu.
This is like your home now, so you can come here anytime you want, right?
Yeah. Auntie.
I made a bunch of delicious food. Come on up, it's going to get cold. Come on!
She's a pushy mother, isn't she? Yeah.
And so we became a family of 3.